Hi peeps, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. So this is the weekly Hot Tea. So I'm a little bit late, usually do it on Thursday, been busy. It's Australia Day long weekend. So I am going to do the weekly read. I'm going to do it with the Greenwood Tarot, do that quick overall, and then I'll do some the star signs at the end for each individual. So I do have other readings that I do. I'm going to do it as sweet hot tea. I'm going to do it as a pick a card, like pick a pile. Like, so you've got a few different options in there. And so this one I'm going to add a few different Aussie cards that we were using last year. The Dreamtime deck that I got and the Australian Wildflower. And let's see what else we got. Let's see what this week's really got for us. So here we are on Saturday. What have I got first? Oh, let's start with the Dreamtime deck. All right, Dreamtime reading cards. Let's see what comes out of it. Ooh, I sort of got in a rush to get down here, get everything started. I moved everything down to my basement this week. We're in my basement. We're in the dungeon. Coming to you from the Tea House Dungeon. So fire peeps, what do we got? All right, give me one. Oh, Nelly. There it is. Two. Oh, the centipede and the sea turtle. Oh, the centipede's pretty industrious. It's got a lot going on. Let's have a look. This is a bit of a, let's see, for story time. Dream time, story time. So the centipede, starting with C, you know. It's in alphabetical order, this book. It's really good like that. There we are, the centipede. So here we are. The centipede is a multi-legged arthropod and is a very painful sting. It has long legs that grow on both sides of its body and teaches you the importance of putting one foot in front of the other in order to get from one point to from point A to point B. The centipede is fast moving and very focused on its mission, searching for its prey. It is a fierce predator. The centipede symbolizes movement and progress. It warns against trying to multitask and getting diverted. Instead, it asks you to pick one goal and focus your energy on completing one task. So focus. Focus is the key word. Now is the time to start now is not the time to start new projects or be changing directions in your personal life and career. Rather, the centipede is asking you to focus your energy on making real progress within your current circumstances to force you on onto what you want and where you are headed. Then put in place each little step that is necessary in order to achieve outcomes for this wish. Don't waste your time. Allow yourself to get sidetracked. Oh, all right, keep your eye on the prize. Focus. All right, that's good. We start there. What's the sea turtle? Oh, and travel. So if you actually do have a holiday that you wanted to go on it. I know that we're on restrictions and stuff, but we have actually room. You know what? I had a wise lady once say to me, it's not red tape, it's pink elastic. All right, so this could be, like, this is a bit dreamy. This has got the water element to it, so it's emotional. It could be, you know, working out those trips. It could be, you know, emotionally traveling yourself to another place. But this is sort of focus, and I would say them coming out together. Focus on having a good time. Focus on, you know, actually where you can go, not what you can't. All right? We focus on what we can't do, we can't get ahead. All right, so give yourself limitations, you will surely reach them. So the next card is, Australian Wildflower. Oh, the native passion flower, and it's about love. All right, let's read that. So I like a bit of story time. I like to get to know the cards better and better. Like the native passion flower, native geranium, native passion flower. Here we are. Okay. The native passion flower thrives along the New South Wales and Queensland coast and hinterland. They begin life with a rich cream colour which deepens over 4 days into a soft coral orange and deep red. It flowers most of the year but is predominantly in spring and summer. The fruit is edible but unpalatable. This, along with the evolving petal colours, leads us to the understanding to the key of love and the passion and our ability to work, adapt and sometimes accept change is not possible. But adaptation and patience is. Let me read that again. The fruit is edible but unpalatable. This, along with the evolving petal colours, lead us to the understanding that the key to love and passion is our ability to work adapt, and sometimes accept that that change is not possible. But adaptation and patience is. Love starts from within and grows from without. It is a time to get in touch with your true inner self, nurture and listen well to the resolve of your current situation, speaking up for yourself, speaking up for your needs, forgiveness of others, and self are important right now. It may be even a time of triumphs if you work on breaking free from the past condemnations and negative patterns as the challenges and inattentions and self-sabotage and martyrdom. As a healer, passion flower works within the heart and emotions bring balance. All right, so I got like a contentious issue out there, right? I love this country, and there's a way to heal if we actually want to take a different track, and I do think that we can, and I wrote an article about it on Jack's Treehouse. But sometimes it's working out what the middle ground is, right, and being adaptable and having patience and working out what can't change, all right? Love starts from within and grows out. You know, and that's sort of being the change that you want to be, forgiving yourself for the past, loving yourself, like, and that way you can see past those things. So there's a bit of, you know, and maybe there's a bit of self-love, focus on that travel for a bit of self-love. Look, those cards all sit together. All right, that's nice. I love our Australian decks, and why not? Happy Australia Day. So I'm going to give us one of the Earth Magic cards. Let's see what they got for us today for the fire peeps. Oh, there it is, saw that. Oh, full moon completion. Okay, so this could be that as you come up to the full moon that we're going to have a completion of cycle, and you might feel that. This is about completion of cycles, coming full circle with the moon. You know, this tidal lock moon that we've got that nobody else has, that's sitting there, that's got a face facing to us, that actually brings the ocean to it and actually creates our seasons. All right, so we have seasons and we have change, but this one is about completion. All right, so you might be coming full circle with how you love yourself. You might be coming full circle on your focus. All right, but maybe you come to the full moon and you're going to get to completion. All right, and finally something is going to come out. All right, completion. And let's go let's see, one from the Archetypes deck. It's just really different, and inside of everything I like it. Just that little bit of, it's a different, very modern. All right, what do we got? That's what we got. Oh, the heart. There, look at those two people in the boat. It's a transition. Usually boats are transitions of emotion and the mind. You know, so when we're in the boat, on top of the water, we're going over the emotions, and we're in transition with somebody there, having a bit of a chat at the heart of the matter, perhaps. All right, so you've got a lot of love, and your focus in here, and completion inside of that. All right, and we've got the heart. So you might have things that are dear in your heart that are coming through with your focus and your passion and your love. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to do the Greenwood. So I'm going to turn it down to the deck. The Greenwood is a really quick journey of what's been going on, your present state, your subconscious, your conscious, the driving forces, what the challenges are, and our healing elements. So I'm going to give us that read, and then we're going to go into the individual star signs, which I will timestamp in the comments below. Thank you for staying if you're still here, and look, I'll catch you in your individual star signs, but let's go down and have a look at what the general fire is doing this week. All right. Oh, I don't usually use this cover anymore because my mum said this is sort of all over the shop. She said it's really busy. She's right. And so I got mats for it. So, but we're going to do it today because I didn't. All right, let's give it a shuffle. First card. Oh, here's your present state. Jumping from the deck. This is actually one of the prettiest cards of this deck. The Fool. The Fool. Let's talk about the Fool for a second. The Fool is card 0. It is actually the trump card of the deck. So this becomes the Joker that we've got in the court gesture that we see it as. But this card is literally about taking that jump, being innocent. Interestingly, it's its own deck. It is not part of the rest of the deck. It technically is a deck of one. This deck is you. This is you taking a leap, and a leap of faith, and that something's already happened, and we usually have already done it. Our spirit's already gone. We just need to follow through and jump over that cliff and see where our wings, our rainbow wings that protect us, are going to follow us through. All right, so this is really about taking, not a risk, following your heart, following the heart. All right, you can't even see that. All right, let's see how I can do this so you guys can actually sort of see it. All right. I'm going to work this out better. All right, so the next card is your spiritual mediator. All right, so spiritual mediator. This is like the yoke, I guess, and that's yoke, and then we have the white, right? And so it's the two energies that surround us, our present state and the energy around us that's working with. Oh, breakaway. All right, so this is lightning action. This is the blasted oak. All right, so this is lightning energy. When we talk about this, the sun and the moon, the stars, this one is the lightning energy of the deck. So this is breaking away, and it's breaking away fast from something else. And this is leaving you with your core, you know, with cutting off the limb that isn't working for you anymore, and really jumping into something like different. Like, and these two go together. This is like, if you don't jump, you'll be pushed. And that's how you feel about it, right? If you don't jump, you're going to be pushed. One or the other. It's going to break away. Those two cards are very interesting together. And I don't know if I've ever seen them fall like that together. All right. So the next card is your conscious will. It's what you consciously think about what's going on. All right. Ooh. Justice. All right, so this is a reap and sow card. This is that ultimate, what you put in and what you get out. It's like karma card. Like justice comes swiftly and you know, and faithfully, and we can see that sort of happening. Aquarius is a really interesting, and we've moved into the age of Aquarius. Now we're no longer in the dawning, we are in it. Like, and you know, the change that it actually starts, we will never see the end of, because it's a long, an era of a star is a much longer than a human. But literally, this is like bringing swift justice, and you'll see it. We'll see it. We'll see a world that has change in it. It can come along. We can do stuff. All right. So, and you might be getting justice for. So as you make the changes, like you'll start seeing it coming back. So you know the steps that you make are gonna really start showing you some justice for what's going on. You make these bold choices and make this. You'll feel it. You'll feel the role. The right things happen. You'll see the people, the players, everything come into place for you. Right. This is the source of your power. What's the driving force of this circumstance? Fire people, what's your driving force? This is, the Wren. So the Page of Stones, stones being about the material world, and the Page is sort of, this could be an earth element child, or this is really about sort of selling your nest and, you know, making sure that everything and nesting and making sure that you're looking after it. It's a protection sort of thing, but it's really fun protection. It might be renovating, it might be really nesting, looking after your kids, looking after, you know, your real current circumstance. But this could be messages of a job, this could be, you know, finances, because sometimes pages are messages, so this could be new messages of finances, so maybe business and stuff, all those sort of things. But that's your real driving force, but it's not like protection energy, it's real playful sort of energy. Alright, so the next card over here is the unconscious empathy. So this is your conscious will, this is your unconscious empathy. So you're driving change. Your conscious will is you want justice for everything and everything as it turns, right? And you've been looking after, and you're making little changes, and you're getting physical things going on, and this is your unconscious empathy. What do we unconsciously think about the situation? That's what we do. All right, you want to be the ruler of all your survey. This is one step back from the Emperor. It's the King of Stones, which is your earthy element. This does align a bit with the Gemini. All right, so we have this expressing yourself, but this is a strong, stable, empowered, you know, one step after the other, in control of finances, in control of my material world, you know, so you're getting things in order because you really want to be in order, and you're going to tell everybody about it, sort of thing. This over here is really talking about this. All right, so this is empowered, plodding along. We've gone for that. It's slow and steady king. All right, he's not making, it's not about making bold, rash decisions. This guy's like, got my everything set up, got my house in order, got my job in order, and that's what I really want. All right, so that's what you unconsciously are driving for, the balance of this. Well, the results of this driving force. So the next card is the challenge. The challenge. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit. All right. So this is the challenge. It goes like an ear. So it comes in like this and comes like... Alright. That's how I remember the pattern. Alright, so this is the challenge. Ooh, so remember in here with the heart, we were talking about the two people in the transition with the boat. And this is getting to the heart of matter. This sort of really aligns to it. At the moment, you might feel that you're in a spot like the hanging man. This is reflection. This is where we look back at our life and we sort of take a sum total of how we got here, and we're sort of on the water. So we've removed the emotions from it and we're reflecting back at ourselves. So we're looking at a different perspective of it. The emotions are still there, but we're sort of... And so the challenge is to sort of be able to move through reflection of how we got here and go through this stasis moment, perhaps that you feel like you're in some sort of stasis. And then, you know, so that you can move forward, all right? Because this is still, this is a healing spot, but this is sort of really in this reflection of how I got here, all right? Okay, so the next card is the healing element. I'm really trying to give you that card as well, which I will. Alright, so healing element. Healing element. Ooh, believe it or not. 7, healer. 4's a protection, 7's a healer, right? And 2 of the 7's don't look like healing. Morning doesn't look like healing, but that's what it is. But this is insecurity, right? So, and as a healing element, so we're going through thinking about the things that, reflecting on our past and perhaps how we got here, what we did right, what we did wrong, how we sort of moved along. We're really trying to create stability in our life with this king over here, right? And we want the justice for doing and breaking away and doing the things that we really wanted to do and protecting what we've got here. This is really sort of, insecurity is really interesting. It's really about the fears and what other people have got to say. And, you know, when we list and we go through our insecurities, perhaps that have come from this reflection. So when you're looking at it, insecurity, you might actually be going, this thing is something that is a weakness that I really need to look at. And so when we list those down, we actually can come up to outcomes. And because this isn't arrow cards, I always think about lists, all right? Because it's about communication. It's about like our intellect. So when we can intellectualize our insecurities, we bring them out so we can heal ourselves. And this also comes from this reflection, right? So we're making the right choices. Healing element, believe it or not. Insecurity, right? You're going to write through those lists. All right, so what have we got for the outcome of this for the fire peeps? What have we got for the outcome for the fire peeps this week? That one. Ooh. Here I'm looking for justice. But there's something we don't know. There's still a scale. There's something that's untipped. There's a balance that we don't know about. There's something there and it's tied. This is about having those conversations. This is like a, you know, the third becomes getting to the heart of the matter. But I think this is still talking about getting to the heart of the matter. You know, so maybe with all of these insecurities, all of this stuff, you're coming to a point that this is you, that you know that there was an injustice and that you consciously want justice, right? So we're revealing a lot of things. Maybe there's something that was done to you in the past that is going to be revealed to you inside of all of this while you jump and do all of that. So you want stability, you'll find stability, but going through all of these insecurities, writing down this and this injustice is going to lead to a spot that, you know, perhaps you're actually going to have it out in the air so that you can see what's going to go on. But don't be surprised if somebody comes from behind and this is not necessarily going to, you're going to find outside of these conversations that something was hidden from you and the scales were always tipped, not in your favour. All right, fire peeps, I know that that's really quite actually direct. That could be for someone specific. Because this is for you specifically, let me know. I only have 5 people view each video. Because, you know, the less people who actually watch these, the more they are just about you. So I'm going to give you this card that's on the top of the deck. This deck has been moved around a bit in this last couple of days, and for some reason it's drawing to me. Do not give up to fear and doubt. Courage is called for now. Face your fear. Look at things objectively. You are safe and well. Fill your heart with love, and beyond fear, love is guiding you, urging you to break free. You will succeed. All right, so all of these insecurities, hold your heart, hold your love. You need to keep your focus, right? You need, and look, it might be time for you to go on a bit of a holiday. It is saying travel a little bit. If you can get away for 4 days, you can, you know, I know that we're on a public holiday here in Australia, but like 4 days, right? You can get yourself away and you can actually have a break if we actually did it more in our own and stop saving it to do 4 months overseas, because we're not going to get there in the next year or two. Not with the way the Northern Hemisphere is performing anyway. All right. That's the general for everybody. Now I'm going to go into the individual star signs. So I'm going to leave it down here. I like it so you can see it, so we can see the relevance and we can still cross-check for everybody, right? So the first 3 cards are for Aries. What have I got for Aries? Aries, what have I got for my fire? Aries, beep. Skills, dig in, whatever this is, you can manifest. You have the skills, you have the knowledge. This is about a master and apprentice staff. Really turning over and really concentrating on focusing on what it is you want at the heart of all of this. This is a real practical, pragmatic. This helps you get to your King of Stones here and helps you with your nest. But this is real focusing on whatever these insecurities are that are coming up, work on them. All right, whatever this injustice in, work on it, right? Work on your skills, right? If this is a partner that's really screwing you around, work on your skills, work on your job, because you've got it in your hands, right? Aries, All right, give me 2 more cards for Aries. Ooh, and the moon. This is a bit dreamy. This sort of talks about black and white. I always think it's incandescent, and this card shows it as a fertile place, this dreamy spot. All right, sometimes it's not progressive. It's not as progressive as this blasted oak that's breaking you away, but it's a dreaming spot. Dream your skills is what that's saying. Dream your job. Dream it bigger. Dream it. What's your dream on using your skills to make this a bigger. Look at this full moon in the background inside of there as well. So we're really talking about that completion of stuff, finding the dream. Sometimes it's really good to redream, and even if you sort of tick a whole heap of boxes on this dream, you know, revise the scale, make it a little, you know, you can adapt, work out what works, what doesn't, and that centipede, keep focused, you know, and keep driving at it. So skills. So Aries, 1 more card for you for this Australia Day week. If you're not in Australia, thank you for being here. I do use a bit of Australian cards because I'm an Australian wildflower and it really works for me. Do a bit of dream time. So third energy. This is a swift predator sort of dude. This is the Knight of Arrows. Again, this is sort of about really communicating yourself. So when you're talking back to these people, when this is all happening, don't get emotional about it. Be swift, be direct, be concisive. This is really about being very direct. So you might be, you know, these dreams that you're looking at and your skills, you might be in very direct, decisive communications, like in trying to work that through with this, with your moon and your skills inside of there. So this is really moving forward. This guy is a businessman. He really is making those phone calls. He really is writing those emails. He really is complaining like a Susan, like a Ken, but this is mate, but it's not just that. Like this guy is direct and he's gonna look fiercely, get what he wants, using that all together. So you can take this dream, you can take these skills, you can take your focus of your heart, right, and go through this transition, write down your lists, and really get this. This is applying those lists. That really is working swiftly on those lists. Could be you, could be the person that this represents, could be an air element person in your life, but this is really swift communication, Aries, and no messing about. So good luck with that, and good luck with your dreams. Really work on that. All right, so we move on to next Leo. All right. Thanks, Aries, for being here, if you just followed over. Leo, what do we got? Thank you for jumping. Let's go. 3 cards for Leo. All right. So, out of this, all of this, you're looking for justice, making this break, making this jump, keeping yourself stable, communicating yourself, going through this reflection into your insecurities, right? Into this injustice. What this injustice? And that's really fun because our healing element is insecurity. So this is good. We've got a balance in here, sort of weirdly. Because you're searching happiness. Whatever comes out of this transition, whatever comes out of these communications and this reflection, you really have been trying to create yourself a stable spot. You really have been trying to, you know, it's time to make a leap, and it's going to happen. And you don't fear the injustice because you're looking for justice. And you will find your happiness inside of it, Leo. So at the heart of it all, focus. Okay, 2 more for Leo. Ooh. So this is our fire element king. This could be you if you're a fire element king. Kings are usually over 35. Whenever they mature, usually when they have children, let's be honest. But it's the kings are usually, what the whole deal is that they're really embraced. They're not chasing it. They really embrace it. They stand in their power. This king will make decisive change. This king is passionate. He believes in himself. He is spirited. He is driven and focused, and he really wants to, you know, commit to love and the heart of the matter. So this guy really is really passionate. You can see that. This is male, potent, passionate energy, right? And so we've got that with our happiness. So this is either you've got that sort of person, you are that sort of person, or that is the driving energy of where this is going to head. This is really passionate. Out of these outcomes from this is this really passionate drive to get your happiness. Okay, 1 more for Leo. And fulfillment. Amazing. All right, so we've got those 2 snakes again. We've got one after the other. All right, so the snakes are seen as male, potent, masculine energy, potent, virile. But these snakes in the middle here, the 2 of Wands is about making decisions. The 3 of Wands is about bringing those decisions of your faith inside of you and to balance and create that healing energy of the Kundalini. You know, that really, our dark and balancing our dark and light and those energies that flow one the other, but taking those decisive decisions and those passionate decisions and actually bringing fulfillment to your inner core from those decisions. Because that's what ultimately is going to drive your happiness, is finding that fulfillment of your core, Leo. All right, I hope that really helped, and thank you for being here. And I will, that's the Larius. Thank you, Leo. It's really passionate, and this is really good outcomes. Okay, so last but not least, I got Sagittarius in the house. One. So, Sagittarius. Oh, green woman. This is about rebirth. And you can see in the middle in here, we've got that same symbol, this breath of life. Breath of life. And so this is a masculine communication of that breath of life. And this is the feminine communication of that breath of life. This is our Virgo. This is our strong, empowered, fertile woman. She's got power, strength, and she drives her path, and she'll communicate her path. Earthy and fertile and loving. She's strong. She has the strengths of the deities around her. She's the strength of the forest. She is the queen of all she surveys. Like, you know, that trumps all the queens, right? And so this is our very strong, healing Virgo energy. Very fertile period just here, and communication. For you, Sagittarius. All right, 2 more for Sagittarius. One. Oh, generosity. So out of all of this turmoil, all this change, when you jump and you make all this in reflection, you're going to see the generosity. This is like everybody's cup's being full. This is playing it forward. Your cup will be full. People around you's cup will be full. You'll feel your community playing it full. This is a generous, fertile time. This is a very generous, fertile time. We've got the outstretched arms. You know, really taking in our community and our loving community, and what's embracing the people around us with our heart. You know, that this, you know, maybe this injustice that we see in the world balances out, that we can show our community that we've got better outcomes inside of this. All right, so one more for Sagittarius. One more for Sagittarius. All right, this is a physical healing card. So our physical problems usually start as the deal is, apparently, they present in our aura before they actually present into our being. So, you know, a aura reader can see a sickness coming to you prior to it actually getting to your physical being, because it usually is a spiritual problem first, and then it's a mental problem first, and then it becomes a physical problem. Could be that you fell over and broke your knee, totally different thing. But you can see the link between here, this being, our astral being, and the healer, bringing it into your core, to your root chakra there. Like, and really that connection, that silver rope, that healing. So you might, this is spiritual healing, but this is actually a physical healing. So you might be putting yourself in a spot that it's time to take that travel, time to take that rest, time to actually, you know, really apply what you want, you know, and focus on healing yourself. This is a really generous period for you. I really love how the outcome of that is for Sagittarius. All right, so this is a really healing with our generosity and abundance just here. On a real healing level. Awesome. All right, Sagittarius. That's perfect ending for that. We'll go through it all step by step. Love that you're still here. Thank you very much, Sagittarius, and I'll catch you next week, I hope. Love you guys. Bye.